All right, Shalom. This is Brother Gabar at the Lions Den Camp, located here in Jacksonville, Florida. First and foremost, before I hop into this lesson, I would like to give all praises to the Most High in the true Paleo-Hebrew names and in the Paleo-Hebrew tongue. So with that, I would like to say, Kal Halayim, Le Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Bahashim, Ha, Rakah, Kodash, Shema, double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, double honors to my elder as well. Shalom to you, brothers and sisters, pushing and keeping this truth and faith and sincerity into the end, man. All right, so as you can see, this lesson is stemming from this article that reads, China is building its military on a scale not seen since World War II and is on track to be able to invade Taiwan by 2027. All right. So, hey, man, China just rapidly building up their military, man, rapidly procuring and accumulating nuclear arms, nuclear missiles, jets and aircrafts, warships, so on and so forth, man. They rapidly and steadily increasing their military, man, rapidly. All right, and it's ultimately the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua who has put it on the rulers of these nations, hearts and minds to move in this manner, man, because ultimately these nations are going to come up against the West, primarily America, you know what I'm saying, and Esau, the so-called Caucasian race, man, ruling this place, America. All right, but just the main point being, man, the Lord put it on their minds and hearts, put it on the minds and hearts of these rulers of these different nations, man, to move quickly with the developments of their military and their military might and power, man. All right, because ultimately all of this power and might that they're accumulating is ultimately going to be turned against America, man. Because that's the end all be all. 200 million nuclear warheads being shot on this place, America, man. Turning this place into the lake of fire. A day that shall burn as a oven, man. All right. So it says, U.S. Administrator John Aquilino said China's military is building up at a rate not seen since World War II. All right. So they building up quick, man. They building up fast. They said they never seen this rate of a military increasing since World War II, man. All right. So I want to get a precept. All right. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 21 and verse 1. It says, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will, man. All right. So these kings and these rulers of these different nations and countries, man, their hearts or their minds are in the hands of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. All right, and it says, as the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will, man. All right, so at one point in time, these nations were allied with America in the West. All right, but the Lord is turning their minds, man. Like the rivers of water, he turning the tide, turning the flow of the stream, turning their hearts and their minds ultimately to be against this place, man, when it's all said and done. All right, this is all the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is doing, man. All right, and he also put it on these kings and rulers' hearts and minds to move in this manner, to move with haste, to building up their military, procuring and accumulating, nuclear aircrafts and warships and nuclear missiles. All right, it's the Lord, man, who is putting it on the hearts and minds of these people to move in this manner, man. Again, because the end all be all is America being destroyed by those 200 million nuclear missiles, man. And going back to that article, man, there's another point I wanted to get. All right, it says, Aquilo wrote in his testimony that of the three main U.S. concerns in the region, Russia, China, and North Korea, China is the only country that has the capability and capacity and intent to upend the international order, man. All right, and it says, on a scale not seen since World War II, the PLA's buildup is occurring across land, sea, air, space, cyber, and information domains, he added. All right, so China is readying themselves on every single front that you can go to war on, man. All right, where is that? It's on land, on sea, in the air, the space, cyber, and information domains, man. Those are all areas of war, that Esau and these other nations like to, dabble in, man. Dang, that's crazy. And again, it's the Lord having them move in this manner, man. All right, and it says China's military has added more than 400 fighter aircraft and 20 warships to its arsenal and doubled its missile inventory in the last 3 years, Aquilino said, man. All right, at that same time, Beijing has increased the number of satellites it fields by 50% and more than doubled its nuclear warhead arsenal, he added, man. And that was one of the main points I wanted to get, is how China has more than doubled, right? Doubled its nuclear warhead arsenal, man. All right, and again, going back to the end-all, be-all, America being destroyed by 200 million nuclear missiles, man. You know, shot on this place and brought forth on this place by countries like Russia, China, North Korea, you know, and so on and so forth, man. Which are also, man, those 3 countries, it says right here, you know, Russia, China, and North Korea are 3 main U.S. concerns, man. All right. Man, the Lord is building these nations up to ultimately destroy this place, America. And ain't nothing these Edomites can do to stop it, man. They fearful, they panicking. All right, because they see it coming and ain't nothing they can do, man. All right. So, man, which leads me to my next precept, coming out of the book of Joel, chapter 3, and I'm going to start at verse 9. And it says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. All right. And that's exactly what these nations are doing, man. These Gentile nations, man, they are preparing for war, right? Against Esau, man, against America, ultimately, because that's the end all be all. You know, there's going to be some other proxy wars and fights here and there, but the end all be all is these other nations turning against America, man, and they're preparing for it. It says, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up, man. All right, and them waking up the mighty men and letting all the men of war draw near is them building up their military, man. You know, their military might, their military paralysis, you know, accumulating all these new troops, you know, and aircrafts and weaponry and so on and so forth, man. That is literally the mighty men of these nations, you know, waking up. All right, these nations are no longer saying that they are weak. You know, these nations are no longer subservient and intimidated by the big bad wolf, America, man, the bully on the block. All right, the bully is about to get bullied, man. All right, so it says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. All right. Come on, man. And it says, man, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hook into spears, man. All right. That's the making and the accumulating of those weapons of war, man. All right. What did it say? 400 aircrafts, if I'm not mistaken. 20 warships, more than double nuclear missiles. You know, so on and so forth, man. That's this nation, China, man, beating their plowshares into swords and their pruning hooks into spears, man, preparing for war. You know, building up and accumulating their arms, their weaponry, you know, their military power, man. It says, let the weak say, I am strong. All right, that's exactly what China and these other nations are doing, man. They saying they strong. They can stand up on their own 2 feet. They no longer need the U.S. dollar. They no longer need to do trade with the U.S. They no longer need the backing and the support and the being allied with America, man. You know, so on and so forth. They can stand on their own 2 feet, man. We got our own military. We got our own currency. You know, we got our own economy. We got our own beliefs and religions. You know, so on and so forth, man. But yeah, man, these nations are literally preparing for war, man. All right. I wanted to get one more precept to end it off. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 14. And again, it's the end all be all, man. You know, these other nations coming up against America and destroying this place by way of 200 million nuclear missiles. All right, so this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 14. It says, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, man. All right, so when it's all said and done, these nations are going to put themselves in array against Babylon, America, round about. They're going to surround this place, on all sides. All right, and it says, all ye that bend the bow, all those nations that have the military capability of shooting nuclear warheads, nuclear missiles, man. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrows, man. And that's exactly what these nations are going to do, man. They're going to shoot at her, Babylon, America, and they're going to spare no arrows, right? The earth is going to be denuclearized. I think that's the term. All the nukes going to be off the earth because they all going to be shot over here at America, man. 200 million nuclear missiles, man. That's these nations sparing no arrows, sparing nothing, man. And it says, for she have sinned against the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Because that's ultimately why America is going to be destroyed, man. Because this is that wicked kingdom, man. The hammer of the whole earth, who have put forth their wickedness and their lies and deceit, across the whole earth, man. They have deceived the whole earth with their lies and deceit and wickedness. And they have also afflicted, persecuted, and oppressed, and destroyed the children of Israel, man. The hearts and minds of our 2/3 of our people, man, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, so they got to pay for that. That's Esau's reward, man, from the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. All right, his kingdom being destroyed, and then him being led into slavery, hardcore bondage for 1,000 years up under the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right, and this is all prophecy. These are things that must come to pass in order for the end to come, man. All right, these other nations are preparing to destroy America, man, right in front of our eyes, Salakia, right in front of our eyes and right in front of our faces, man. Prophecy is playing out, So with that, I want to say, Kal Halagim, like Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Wata Wata, and Shalom.